Welcome back to my Factorio Let's Play. So in the last one, we expanded a bit on the scrap recycling. So because the belt was getting kind of a little empty over here. The only issue with this now is going to be making sure that this doesn't stop up. Like we don't want to stop up on this at all. That's just bad. So... But we were just about to start this as well. I think this will be okay. I'm pretty sure. I'll keep an eye on it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be okay. Still making lots of these. We just need more iron plates. And the reason we don't have iron plates is because all of our gears are being used for the production of blue belts. All the blue belt things. All of our gears are being used up, which eventually it'll catch up. So I'm not too worried about it. Eventually we'll just have to wait to get the things that require iron plates till we have an excess of gears again. But in the meantime, let's see what things are passing through here. We got a lot of ice, a lot of steel, a lot of chips. We're stocking up on those so we have enough. I think that's okay for now. Yeah. Oh, we got a good amount of holmium. So we're making enough of this. That we just aren't making any of these batteries just yet. So I guess we'll start there. I had an idea too that I wanted to do before I get going too much on this one, on this project. But I wanted to... Oh yeah, I was manually setting this up. So I'm going to have this... Let me do this just so that it's not manual anymore. We want to request 20 recyclers, and we want to request 20 electromagnetic plants. So this rocket is now going to pull all the things to keep that happening. We're not making electromagnetic plants anymore. We only have 20, so we'll have to fix that. But I wanted to conserve the holmium for now and start using that holmium for... production of pink science. So the next thing we had to do to set this up was going to be superconductors. So we need to make superconductors, and for that we need copper plates, plastic bars, holmium plates, and light oil. So let's see. We're going to... I don't have much space. That's the only issue with this kind of roundabout thing, is it doesn't leave a lot of space for things. So we'll definitely... I'm already assuming I'm gonna have to redo this this setup. This is kind of just like a beginning base. This isn't very scalable. So this needs plastic bars, which are going to be on the belt from recycling the leftover low density structures. We'll get some plastic coming out, and then also copper plates coming out from that as well. So both of those are on the belt. We need some of these over here. I'm just gonna request, we'll say like, how many does it need per one of these? This takes 5 seconds. It makes 2. It needs 1. So we'll just request like 50 of those, because those are super in demand. Like we don't have a lot of them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They're super scarce right now. And then we need light oil. So stack these in a chest like this, and then we'll just put a requester for when we start making those right here, and it's going to request those. And a chest for this as well. Okay. I'm going to limit this so we don't use all the holmium plates, but we do want like a excess, you know, we want some of a buffer. We want some of them stored up. So now we need light oil. And there we go. We have that. And I'm gonna just take some of these gears. I'm tired of not having light. It's bothering me. So we're gonna do this and put gears in here directly and give this thing some iron because it's too dark. I can't see anything. And now we can. Okay. So that's all well and good. We're making some of these now, which is awesome. And now we're making some of these. So very quickly, we're going to run out of these holmium plates, which is a problem because well, okay, we're going to run out of holmium plates because we're going to be using them all for pink science. So it'll kind of 100% go to there. But we need them for things like more electromagnetic plants and more... What else is it used in? It's kind of a weird balancing act. So we need them. We need some of them for the production of pink science. Then we also need some of them to make more electromagnetic plants. So for now, until I have like a better setup than this, I'm just going to kind of go back and forth. Like I've already sent up 20 of these. Should have. Oh. Just do this and get rid of that and automatic requests. It was forcing it in. I had it on manual launch instead of like the bots bringing them straight to the silo, this automatic version. So I'm just going to start off, you know, make some pink science, send it back to Nauvis. Make some electromagnetic plants, send it back to Nauvis. And speaking of Nauvis, I just had an idea that I think I want to do. I mean, we're kind of researching some things, but I don't really need any of these specifically. Like there's none of these that I'm like, I need to have that upgrade really, except for, you know, doing more of these two maybe. But well, my idea was going to be kind of making a buffer chest for science, so I was still producing science. Like none of these are actively producing right now. They're just sitting there, so they back up. But the only problem is like if I start researching a bunch and basically my speed's going to be however fast I can make these, which I haven't really done anything to like my red or green science in a while, my blue science. These are all like really old setups. So it's just gonna to do some of these pink ones, they take like this one, 5,000 of each one. I clearly don't have 5,000 red science on this belt right here. There's like maybe 200. But see, we're even being limited right now by yellow science. Does not have enough blue chips because blue chips are just really slow. So that we can fix. But I don't know. Do I even want to do a buffer chest for science? And this is okay. So because my thinking is normally I used to have such a big, like I would have a bigger base than this on Nauvis before I even go to the next planet. So I would start sending a bunch of science over to like Fulgora and then make all the pink science here, store it here, and then research it here. But then I had research bases on each of the planets. I think what you're expected to do is ship stuff from here and just keep improving the Nauvis base. So I'm going to try that this playthrough. And that's why my idea was like, oh, I should stock up, you know, all these sciences that are just sitting on a belt and have them going into a chest, like a logistics chest, so that when I start launching rockets, it can pull from that logistics chest. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to do that way of science this playthrough. I am going to have to change my research setup though. because this is not going to work with pink science and then volcanoscience and then glebascience. Like there's nowhere to input these on either side of the belt. There's not a third thing. So I'll have to do something different there. But I think also I'm going to set up a gambling machine. Oh, I can't even do that yet because I don't have a recycler. But I need to gamble for some of the like higher quality, like rareness science labs because they go a lot faster until I get the next science lab from Gleba. These ones, I like to get at least uncommon, but if I can rare, because they are a bit faster for researching things. Yeah. Well, we're making these supercapacitors. I'm just going to continue. I was going to do a whole thing there, and then I'm like, as I'm talking about it, talking it through, I'm like, actually, that's not a great idea. And as soon as this launches, I'm going to send this back to Nauvis and rebuild my blue science. Or not blue science, blue chips setup, because 20 should be enough. Okay. Head back to Nauvis. You got everything you need to get started. Hopefully, by the time you come back, I will have some science. Probably not. But I may have messed up here. I need more electromagnetic plants. And I just may have shipped them all to Nauvis. Okay, there is one. Perfect. One that I can make pink science with. There we go. Okay. I totally planned that. Yeah. Okay. So this is gonna be... I'm gonna stop making belts for right now. No more red belts. No more red. These. I'm gonna halt the production of belts because otherwise I just gotta wait a while. I mean, I guess I could do a jump cut to where the belt chests are all filled up, but I need more like of these, and these need iron plates, and we just weren't getting any iron plates because all the gears were being used, so the gears weren't being recycled, so iron plates were getting put onto here. So now we're gonna get some iron plates onto our main belt, and I can start making more of the things that take iron plates instead of belts. Since everything's upgraded to blue belts right now, I don't need to upgrade them anymore. So pink science. I'm gonna also make some productivity modules because I don't believe I have any currently in my inventory. And I could just do this, I suppose. So start making productivity modules actually instead of blue modules. We'll just rotate what this one does and get a little bit of each of the modules made. That way I can continue with the starting pink science. So this one's really strange. It takes some of these. It takes some of these, which we also need for power. So we're still building more power accumulators over there. It's going to hinder that a bit. But we need them for this science. And then it takes some of the electrolytes that we're making and some of the just holmium solution. So it takes a lot of things to make this pink science. It's kind of annoying. Okay. So holmium solution, which we're quickly going to run out of with how much we're using it, but that's just the name of the game. And then electrolytes. So now we're making pink science. I'm going to put productivity modules in this because I want this making more, as many as I can make. So there we go. I'm going to set up one of these to make some more electromagnetic facilities. Are you sorry? I'm gonna put you here, and I need electromagnetic facilities. This right here. Make a few more of these because we sent them all to Nauvis, so we don't have any more. I'm gonna drop these down to Nauvis, so Nauvis now has some electromagnetic facilities, and now I have to also change this because I want this to only drop white science onto this belt. Anything else that gets dropped down here, I'm gonna have to offset into some purple chests. But I want these to only grab things that are, we're going to blacklist white science. So these will never take white science out of the cargo here. They'll only take white science and put it on this belt that goes to the researching. It'll take everything else that's not white science now and put it into these chests and get rid of it so that we unload it as fast as possible. I'm going to increase our storage size here so we have a giant storage capacity, which, yeah, that's good. And now we can do some things with recycling on Nauvis and the electromagnetic plants on Nauvis, which is super cool. So let's press L and see. Where did they go? I don't know where they went, but they're here. So I just saw them popping up on the network. So there's 20, so we can start using those. Oh, I keep pressing escape and it goes back. Okay, so real quick, I am going to check to see. So each of these right now currently are blue chip production. We have 4 different machines making 0.22 per second. So almost, what is that? What's our production of blue chips? 45 per minute, not even 1 per second. Less than 1 per second. So we're going to get rid of this for a moment here. Not this though, and not this, and not this, and not this, and this. So that was 45 per minute. Gotta remember that. That's what we were making with just the green. Bots are very slow still. How much pink science do we have? Good amount going, good amount. That's exciting. I haven't even made beacons. I wonder, can I make those on this planet easily? I can. Don't have a lot of blue chips though. I'll just request them for now. I'm gonna set this up like right here. Please make beacons for me. Thank you. And put them in a chest. Okay. And then we'll gamble for those or not. Quality. Let's get good quality. Okay, they should be done clearing out our blue chip setup. So we have these now. I'm gonna try to build this from scratch. I have been using some blueprints and I can probably modify it whatever later, but I kind of want to make my own design for these blue chips. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how good I am at doing this, but we'll try it out. So our input of sulfuric acid is right here. We want to make blue chips. So for this, we need sulfuric acid, we need green chips, and we need red chips. For each one, it takes 20 green chips and 2 red chips. So I know that from playing before, I think you're supposed to make the red chips on site and green chips on site for this. It would be quicker. But for now, since we have the belts right here, I'm just going to do it this way and bring the belts in. Only I need these flipped. I need this one to come over here. This one. Like that. Like I said, I'll redo this later, but this is going to be more productive than currently what I'm using, so I'm just gonna do this for right now. So take in green chips off of this belt, and then taking red chips off of this belt, and we need to get this in. Okay. So we have 20 of these to work with. I'll just see how fast this can keep up. Because now we're going to be limited by how fast we can bring in the chips, which I'm still using red belts on this planet because I haven't set up something to produce them. I wanted to get foundries from Volcanus before I switched everything to blue belts, because you just get so much from the foundries that it's worth it. But we'll just do 5. We'll just do 5. Why not? Okay. And then I'm gonna copy this, press H to flip, put it over here. Not yet put it over here because we're gonna output this too. Output these right here. Now we're gonna copy this, H, and then output it. Okay. And connect these up. And then we want speed modules, which we should have a good amount of by now saved up. Oh my god. I did not ever power this up, so we don't have a large number of blue. That's so annoying. Oh well. What can you do? You can do this and also get rid of the assembling machine making speed modules and then start doing it in an EMF plant. And you'll get way more. So that is good. Yep. Oversight. There's just so many things going on at once in this game that it's hard to make sure you cross every, cross every T, dot every I, but it's all right. And then we just need to this, connect this up, and watch it run. So last time we were each one of these was doing like 0.22 blue chips per second. So now, once we get speed modules in here, it'll speed up a bit. But even just base speed, these are not connected. So they're not daisy chained with the sulfuric acid. Got to do that. There we go. Now that's all connected. And this one, we're going to put speed modules in there as well. So I just love speed modules. I like everything going faster. But yeah. Okay, so that's a better, and like I said before, we're going to get kind of limited by the inflow of like green chips. This is going to be what we have to work on next. So we're not going to have enough. Probably have to redo these with, I could redo these with the EMF plants. I could redo these ones right here, the red chips with the EMF plants once I get more. But for now, making blue chips in these, even before speed modules, each one of these is making 0.3 per second. So we're making more than we were, which is huge. So we were at 45 per minute. Now we're at 130 per minute. And that's before we even speed all these up with speed modules. Of course, then I could get like beacons and squeeze beacons in here somewhere and speed it up even more. So we'll make even more of them. But for now, we increased it. We're back to making more blue chips, which means we can launch more rockets and we can make more yellow sites. And I'll modify this more. But for now, this is a good little start. And then we can also start making more of modules as well, maybe. Maybe not just yet, but we have EMF plants. So I want to get them kind of crafting things, whatever I can with them, really. I can do accumulators and solar panels. Like right here, we're making these, but let's get rid of this. So instead of this machine making accumulators, we'll get one of these machines making accumulators. Kind of messy spaghetti, but it's all right. We're going to put productivity to gamble for better ones in here, and then we're going to do that. That looks so bad. Hold on. Just needed batteries. Spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. Perfect. Awesome. Beautiful. All right. Now we're making those in an EM plant. EMF, not EMF. EM, electromagnetic plant. So now we're making these in an electromagnetic plant because these have a productivity bonus. So we'll be getting some extra ones. More module slots, better chances for gambling, for higher quality. And then we can do that for one of them, maybe like the solar panels too. I don't think it'll fit right here though. I'm gonna have to modify this just a tad. So get rid of that. Make this go out one more block. Like so. And there we go. Make solar panels, put the tier 2 quality modules in there. And there we go. Now we're making solar panels in a EMF plant. So this one is going to have, once it's built, right here, we're making 0.06 per second. So very slow. These are still the tier 2 assemblers, so they're not that good anyways. Only 2 module slots. We could have had 4 if we upgraded it, but whatever. Huge upgrade. So now we're going from 0.06 per second. The speed on these 0.22 per second. So we're making way more because of that productivity. And even just crafting speed too is better on those. And then we're getting an extra way more, not like its quality is 10% for them to be better quality now, whereas up here it was 4%. So way better chance of getting higher quality stuff. So we're putting some of these EM plants to use. The biggest one is going to be these modules once we get those going, or blue chips. Honestly, these are pretty great. But yeah, so now it's looking like we're gonna have to redo chips to keep up with this demand we just created. But yeah. We also, in the next one, I can probably start doing some gambling with these recyclers as well, to gamble for these higher quality labs. And basically with gambling, what I do when I have, I'll explain it when I do it. But yeah, we're going to gamble for some better quality labs, maybe redo the lab setup for once we get pink science over here. I already know I'm going to have to redo this. This is not going to work because this is already not keeping up. But yeah, I'll study and figure out a good setup for blue chips with EM plants. But yeah, so anyways, we got some of those back to Nauvis. We started making pink science. We're getting closer to getting some of the great things we can do with pink science. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.